What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to give you my favorite matchups for goalies this week and some streamers to play, along with some of the most difficult goalie matchups where you're probably going to have to sit them. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't, and before we jump into this video, make sure you take a second to listen to our video sponsor. Introducing our new sponsor to the channel, we're talking about Thrive Fantasy. Using promo code FP100 with a minimum deposit amount of $10, receive a 100% deposit match up to $100 and 2 free $20 contest tickets. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports and esports app for player props. This simple to use app eliminates the countless hours of research and focuses only on top tier athletes. Choose 10 of 20 available player props to build your lineup based on simple over and under bets and get points for the fantasy values assigned to them. Hit the most props in your selection process and win a share of the prize pool. This app is extremely simple to use and you can make some serious cash. The first night I used it, myself and FP Don came first and second in the contest. Remember, use code FP100 and receive a 100% deposit match up to $100 and 2 free contest tickets. This is free money, guys. Make sure you take advantage of this and show us your fantasy hockey skills. Moving on, the next must-start goalie is Andersen and Raanta of the Carolina Hurricanes. The Canes have been one of the best teams all seasons, and the goalie's been reaping the benefits of this. Luckily for Andersen and Raanta, the Canes have a great schedule this coming week. They begin the week on the road against the Philadelphia Flyers, and follow that up with 2 home games against the Blue Jackets and the Canucks. These are all below-average teams and should stand little to no chance against a fully healthy Carolina team. I'm assuming Raanta will draw a start in at least one of the games this week, and should be an ad for when he does. Streamers this week include Jesper Fast, Brady Shea, and Nino Niederreiter. The first must-start goalie tandem for this week is Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark of the Boston Bruins. Not the most favorable schedule, but definitely one worth noting for the coming week. The Bruins start the week on the road against the Capitals, which is definitely the most difficult matchup, and one where I would probably sit the goalies. Following that, they have 3 home games in a row against Montreal, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Nashville Predators. All of the games should be great matchups for the Bruins, especially the goalies against Montreal and Philadelphia. If Swayman's available, I would look to stream him in one of those games. Just make sure you're up to date with who's starting that day. If you're looking for a few streamers from the Bruins, options include Craig Smith, Matt Grzelcyk, and Brendan Carlo. Jumping over to the Colorado Avalanche, Darcy Kuemper and Pavel Francouz see themselves in arguably the best week all season. They have 2 home games against Seattle and Arizona, along with 2 road games against Nashville and Arizona. It's important to note that Kuemper got pulled very quick against the Leafs, and Francouz came in to shut the door. Francouz could draw multiple starts this week, and his low ownership should justify an ad. The Avs do have a back-to-back against Arizona, making it extremely likely that we see Francouz this week. Players to stream for the Avalanche include Alex Newhook and Bowen Byram. The final goalie tandem I would look to start this week is Igor Shesterkin, Alex Georgiev of the New York Rangers. The Rangers have 3 road games this week against LA, San Jose, and the Flyers. LA is one of the highest shot volume teams in the league and rank in the bottom of the league for goals for. They're arguably one of the best matchups for a goalie and should be a must-start game. Shesterkin is on COVID protocol, so I'm not sure if he'll be back this week. If he isn't, it makes Georgiev a must-add and start this week given the extremely favorable matchups. Streamers for this week for the Rangers include Ryan Lindgren and Barclay Goodrow. Jumping over to must-sit goalies, the first must-sit goalie tandem this week is Thatcher Demko and Yaroslav Halak of the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks have a brutal week. Even though they do have 4 games, they play 4 road games against Florida, Tampa, Carolina, and Washington. In terms of goals for, all 4 of these teams rank in the top 8 of the league, with Florida scoring the most goals this season. Demko has been really solid, but I think if you're deciding to start or sit him this week will have to be one where you keep him on your bench. Alright guys, the final goalie tandem I would sit this week is Carter Hart and Martin Jones of the Philadelphia Flyers. Another season with a plethora of injuries, the Flyers are just missing way too many key guys to start any of these goalies. Not to mention the matchups this week against Carolina, Boston, and the Rangers. All Flyers players are going to struggle this week until the team starts to get healthy. Just another disappointing season for them and another reason to sit Hart and Jones. That'll do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. As the Fantasy Puck community prepares you for the season, make sure you click that link in our description and check out all of our content channels. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.